always feel this drive and this passion to keep going. And then once I hit a specific goal, I'll find another goal. And whether it's in the same sport or a different sport or the same thing, I'm always going to keep pushing myself, and I'm going to meet that goal, and then I'm going to make another goal, bigger goal. So I've had lots and lots of goals in skydiving. My ultimate goal is to beat my husband, obviously, and become a world champion. And he's pretty hard to beat. So I have a lot of work ahead of me.
But I love that. Jeannie, if I can say, you have a couple of allies that are rooting for you, and we love your husband. He's the ultimate competitor. He's the ultimate winner, but you are too. And I know a couple of people in the group of Team Grover that we're all rooting for you to win, to win that championship. Anyways, I love that. I love that when you have set up, tell us a little bit why. Why, when you reach a goal, and I know this sounds pretty like common sense maybe for some of you and for you, Jeannie, but for some people, they think, I reach a goal and that's it. Why do you continue to push yourself and do, like Tim Grover says, like the done next? Why is it so important for our growth to set up the next goal?
It's a really good question. For me, I just don't feel like I'm done yet. It's one of those things where you just have to keep going. I mean, what if you don't have a goal, if you don't have something to work towards, then what is there? At least for me, that's how I feel. I need something to work towards. I need to have like a goal or a vision to accomplish something, or else what do I have?
I love that. And you know what? That's very important. And that's honoring for life itself. Because really, when you have a goal, when you accomplish one, I like to do that too. If I did a book, I want to do a 2. I want to do 3. I want to do 4. That vision, that goal that we have, pulls us into a new future, pulls us into the next moment. And there's so many people that think, like, I achieved my goal. I did it. Life is over. They begin to die young by not pushing their boundaries and by not really trusting in their human spirit, in the power of their mind to reach the next level. Because, the next level is never the last level. It's always the beginning of the next. The next level is always the beginning of the next. So let's say you win a championship. That's just the beginning now. That becomes the foundational part. That becomes like the norm. You got to keep pushing until, it's time to maybe explore something else. So tell me a little bit about your businesses, Jeannie. So now I want people to know that she does jumps off of airplanes. She opens parachutes. She cruises over all the most amazing places in the world. I am personally curious about Egypt. Tell us about that experience and a little bit about your business and how you take people into those experiences. Is it any person can go? Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so the Egypt experience is really incredible. And this was our 3rd time going to Egypt. What's interesting is my mother was a school teacher. She's retired now, but growing up, she taught Egyptology. So I was always fascinated with Egypt and going there and experiencing all the things that I heard her talk about as a child. So getting to go to Egypt and jump over the pyramids and fly right down the side of a 7th world wonder is just such an incredible experience to have. And Kurt and I were the first people ever to land in Hatshepsut Temple in Luxor, which is just, and again, an incredible experience, not to just go there and see these things, but to land there. And even the local Egyptians, this time when we went, they come running out and they say to me, Queen Hatshepsut is waiting for you every year. She waits for you, because they've seen us now land there several times. And the trip itself, we have started a company called Alter Ego Adventures, and people can travel with us around the world and skydive in these remote locations, really cool, unique places that are normally not open for skydiving operations. So Egypt is one of those trips that we do with a company called Sky Seekers. And for all of you out there that want to experience a tandem skydive, you can go and do a tandem skydive at this event over the pyramids with this company without any previous experience. And you can arrange tours and everything else to go see all the sites and just really experience Egypt because it really is to me, a very spiritual, magical place, being there and walking
Absolutely.
in these lands where, 4,500-year-old things is just incredible. Oh my goodness. It's an unreal
Well, Jeannie,
feeling.
you just opened the pyramids for us. In my mind, it's like I'm a mortal, I'm a
Yeah.
regular human. Can I go and I would love that. I know that a lot of the people in our community would love that. Just to know that we can jump, it's like kind of jumping with gods. Who are you gonna jump with? With Queen Jeannie, and we're gonna land in Hatshepsut land, which I find it fascinating that you both, including you as a woman, were the first ones to land in this pyramid, especially of Hatshepsut, right? Which she was the fifth pharaoh of the 18th dynasty in Egypt. She was the second historically confirmed female pharaoh
Hmm.
after, I believe it was Sobek or something like that. But I find it so powerful because I don't think that that's a coincidence. I don't think that someone that doesn't have the soul since 5 years old, Ginny. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not someone that said, when I went out of college, then I decided, no. You heard the call of your soul since the beginning. You had a role model of your mother with motorcycles and being a teacher. You chose to defy the odds. For me, you've been jumping off of very high places in that age. I'm excited as a woman. I feel so honored to interview you for all the things that you are showing us that are possible for all of us, whether we jump of airplanes or parachutes or not. It's the parachute is a symbol of the mind. So you open the parachute, you know how to land it, you know how to fly it. Imagine where you can arrive. So wow. Tell me a little bit about your experience as being a videographer. Not only you jump, you compete, you win, you also take video. Tell me about that.
We actually shoot video, not just for tandems, but for ourselves, for our teammates, for our students. And it's really incredible to be able to capture these moments of people's lives. It's the first time somebody exits a plane, that feeling that they get, that total release that they experience, because obviously as you walk to the door, everything in your being is telling you, no, no, I don't want to go out this door. But once you go out the door, it just opens the doorway to Nirvana, right? You just release, it's a release of your soul. It's amazing. And to be able to capture that moment for somebody is just really an incredible feeling. And you can feel it through your body as you video these things for people. So yeah, so I shot video for a long time, and now I coach full time. So I'm still shooting video of people's landings. And it's very rewarding being able to help people and show them video of what they're doing so that we can help them improve their skills as well.
Wow. I just love, I caught the words, opening the doorways to Nirvana. And isn't that the truth? Once you cross over the limitations, your own thoughts, your own bias, your own beliefs, and you literally set yourself free. I only jumped once from an airplane. I mean, who am I kidding? But the best part of it, I remember the freedom, the sense of peace of the free fall. And for you to be able to capture those moments that will help people not only remember what they did, but what they can do more of, what they can access more of. I think, Jeannie, you are more spiritual than a lot of spiritual teachers that I've interviewed, because you truly are helping people, access that power of the soul, the ability of the soul to fly, the ability of the mind to be at at command of our spirit instead of us being at the command of our mind. And it requires a lot of work, a lot of discipline. And that's a question that I have for you. Do you mind telling us a little bit of your rituals, routine, or disciplines that you have to observe before you jump, fly, complete, however you want to call that?
So some of my preparation, mental and physical preparation, in the morning, I get my body ready. I do a little bit of yoga, get myself stretched out and get myself mentally prepared for my day. And I come up with a plan, a training plan for that day, for the things that I need to work on. And then in the plane, I do a lot of visualization. So I think about exactly what I need to do. And for those of you guys out there that don't know what canopy piloting is, I basically fly very small, high performance parachutes, the smallest ones they make. And then we dive the parachute at the ground going 100 miles an hour. And before we impact, we pull the parachute out of the dive and then navigate through courses. So there's a lot of technical things that need to happen to have a really good landing and not hurt ourselves. So I do a lot of mental preparation in the plane, visualization. I visualize myself exiting the parachute opening, flying my pattern, my flight plan to where I'm going to initiate my maneuver over the ground. And then I visualize the entire turn. I think about the winds and all the things that I need to do to keep my parachute in a steep dive. And then I visualize the recovery and flying through the courses and a good landing. So a lot of that mental preparation is visualization and really seeing myself accomplish what I need to accomplish on that jump. I also do a lot of breathing exercises to get my heart rate down, to be calm in preparation for exit. And then gear checks. I'm always checking my gear, make sure everything is hooked up properly before I get out.
Well, I will bet you do that, right? And so you just described the life of, a spiritual aspirant that desires to attain enlightenment or experience self-realization, God realization. These are the skills that are required, the power of visualization, to see it in your mind, to believe it in your mind before it takes place, so that your mind is prepared for the doing of the body. You do breath work, which is an incredibly powerful tool, not only to master our emotions, to calm ourselves down, but also to command our central nervous system to obey us instead of the central nervous system to just panic, just by the natural and normal triggers of life. You also are like, you have a strategy. You plan, prepare, and practice. And you also check the details, which, without details checked. A couple of people have told me in the past weeks, "Oh, Yvonne, why are you so focused? It's only details." I'm like, a detail can cause your life, can cause your life. So, wow, Jeannie, I love what you are sharing, and just because of time, tell me a little bit of how is it for you as a female competitor. I know that you are in the competition realm of humans. Something that I love of Tim Grover that I learned from him is that he once or twice have told me, Vaughn, is you are not a powerful woman or a powerful man. You are a human, and I love that you compete in the human scene. But as a woman, what are your goals or your visions and desires for women in the world to know more of what they can achieve? What are your aspirations to pass on this wisdom that you have learned and that you continue to learn and expand on to the little girls of our world? What would you like women to know from what you have learned so far?
I would just say to really be true to yourself, listen to yourself and what you want, and don't put limits on what you're able to achieve, right? So, for me, I have these big goals, and as I'm achieving these goals, I know that I'm inspiring other women out there to be able to go and do the things that they want to do in life. I was just at a competition right before COVID hit in Saudi Arabia, and the women over there, they're fully covered, and they allowed me to do the competition, keeping my face and my hair out. And I got on the podium with two men. So I really think that that was a huge deal in that country for people to see, a woman being equal with the men and being able to win, compete and win just as a man would. Right. And I would just say, don't put limits on yourself, because anything is possible.
Yes.
As long as you just believe in your heart and you listen to yourself, you can achieve anything that you want to achieve in life.
Wow. Jeannie, I think that's, yeah, I usually ask at the end of the podcast, do you have a blessing or a prayer for the people that are listening? I think you just did, because this can be for my ladies, implemented, and also for the gentlemen, don't put limits in yourself. And listen again to the sharing of Jeannie. There's so much wisdom here. And go find her out. We're going to share all her links, her website, her Facebook, etc. Because if you want to, not only experience the